Join me. Sit.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I fancy meeting you here.
Yeah.
This isn't one of your usual hangouts.
No, I know. I'm just in the mood for something unusual tonight. Since the demise of holidays, I'm just searching for a new hangout.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Looking for your mom?
No, partially. But then originally I was looking for you. I went to the hospital and I looked for you at McKay's.
Why didn't you page me?
That wasn't urgent.
It's urgent enough to cruise around town looking for me, huh?
Ooh, you got me.
What would you like, Miss Colby?
I would like a vodka martini, but I'm going to have a club soda with lime.
Okay. And you, sir, refill?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right.
I have to watch what I eat and drink.
Why? Your nerves finally kicking in?
No, you know, actually, I think I'm beyond nerves. Sort of moved into excitement, and after tomorrow, who knows, I might be up to delirium.
Why? What's tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but tomorrow, if everything goes the way it did last month, I'll be ovulating, so...
Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And so I've cleared my calendar, and I'm going to be first in line at the fertility clinic tomorrow. And in fact, I might even sleep in my car. Who knows?
Well, no, don't get too excited.
Actually, this is the most excited I've ever been in my life.
Well, all systems go then. Mm-hmm. My sample is in the freezer, just waiting for you.
I'm shutting down the computer. All set?
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of Chandler?
He seemed okay. But why did he buy this place?
As long as he doesn't start laying people off.
Maybe he's going to start a fertility clinic franchise.
Free delivery service.
Come out wherever you are.
I saw Allie earlier at the fertility clinic this evening.
What was she doing down there?
She tracked me down.
That must have been pleasant.
I wanted you to know that we had it out.
I'm sorry, Liza, if she came down on you.
No. She actually said that she came to apologize. But things heated up, and I refused her apology.
Really? You did?
Yes, I couldn't. I'm sorry. She deliberately went behind my back. She deliberately went behind your back to tell Adam everything was going on. Now, maybe it's hateful. Maybe it's wrong. But when somebody deliberately tries to stick it to me, just saying I'm sorry doesn't make it all better.
I know. That's not unreasonable.
No, it's not unreasonable, but it's not fair. I was very angry. I was furious at her for what she did, going to Adam like that. But I do feel badly. I mean, she's lost everything. She's scared and desperate, and without you, what has she got?
It didn't have to come to this.
She loves you, Jake.
I love her too, Liza. But what am I supposed to think? I mean, I have to. One minute she's rhapsodizing about our future. The next minute she's tearing it apart.
She's tearing herself apart. I think that's the problem.
We start to make progress. At least I think we do. And then something happens. She snaps, and She goes over the top. There's no communication between us. There's no common ground like there used to be.
But you can't expect her to be rational when she's in the throes of self-destruction.
You have no idea how much I hate this.
I think I do. I think that's why both of us are here drinking together and yet alone at the Valley Inn. I want to ask you a question. If we just said no to this pregnancy thing, do you think that you and Allie could get back together?
Madison, Manheim, Marks, Martin, Cheek. 1A4. 1A4. Sorry, fellas. Gene pool's closed for the season. But, water, hot water. Hot water, perfect.
Oh, no, you don't. Give me that.
Whoa.
Jake and Liza were right about you. You're a ruthless control freak.
What are you doing? Give me that back.
I've never told you anything. I can't believe you'd stoop to this.
You certainly didn't expect me to send flowers.
Go on, get out of here before I call the police.
You can't throw a man out of his own clinic. My latest acquisition.
You bought this place? Just like that?
Wealth is a wonderful thing. By the way, you're trespassing.
Really? Well, go ahead. Call the cops. See if I care. Okay, I'm practically on a first-name basis with the entire force. You think I care if I get arrested? I've already lost everything, Adam. Only I've got my soul left, and it's hanging by a thread.
How compelling.
I'm not going to let you do this.
How do you plan to stop me?
I can tell Jake and Liza. Look, even if you ruin their chances this go-around, they're just going to go somewhere else. Okay? Unless, of course, you plan to buy every clinic in the world, and even then you can't stop them.
I'm a little confused, Allie. Oh, what exactly was your intention when you tipped me off to their little scheme? You know I'm a man of action. Obviously, you wanted me to handle the situation.
Not like this.
How then? Double homicide, maybe?
Look, I should have never dragged you into this. And I'm very sorry that I told you anything. I was scared and confused and upset, and I went behind their backs, and I shouldn't have. So please, just forget about it. Let it go.
You demanded that I take action. You demanded that. Now, what is this, an act of you having a spate of conscience here? Is this an act of contrition? If so, see a priest. But if you want to help Jake, if you want him back, then move out of my way.
I will not let you tamper with that sample.
You help me, you're helping yourself, Allie.
I will not help you ruin Liza's chances for a baby.
No, quite the contrary. I want Liza to get pregnant. I'm simply going to replace Jake's specimen with my own.
I don't know. I always thought that Allie and I could take on pretty much anything. That was a lifetime ago.
Well, it's amazing how much can happen in a short span of time. I think that I've had about 8 or 9 lifetimes, each one punctuated by crisis and failure and heartache.
When Allie and I were training for that triathlon, the Iron Person thing we did last fall, we trained pretty hard for it, and it got competitive, and we had this rivalry going. And sometimes we train alone, sometimes we train together. And then during the race, it was pretty much neck and neck the whole way. And then towards the end, I got a leg cramp and I had to stop. I knew I wasn't going to finish. And she stopped. She came back and she grabbed my arm and then pretty much dragged me across the finish line, side by side. That's how I thought that our future was going to be. It'd be like that forever. You know, when times got tough, you lean on each other and you get through it. Kind of like my mom and dad have done all these years.
It seems insane now, but I always thought that Adam and I would have that. That we would come together in a crisis. But we just flew farther and farther apart.
I guess some couples don't have what it takes to go the distance. It happens no matter how much they love each other, you know?
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. What?
We're so depressing. Enough.
Yes, we are
Enough.
depressing.
This is a happy time. All right? Yes. What do you mean, is it? You're going to bring a new life into the world tomorrow, and we're crying in our beer and whatever you're drinking there.
Club soda.
Whatever. Club soda. I'm going to make a toast.
Okay.
To tomorrow. A new life.
A new day.
Reminds me of a song.
Oh, no, please.
What?
No, I know what song you're
come
gonna
on.
sing. No, you're not allowed to sing that song. I'll have to hurt you.
You are hurting me.
I'll have to hurt you. And it'll be with me buzzing in my head for the rest of the evening.
Okay. Well, there's another song. She's having my baby. That's perfect.
No,
right.
please.
There's nothing that you could say that's going to convince me to help you.
Oh. I'm very disappointed in you, Ellie.
I bet you are.
I always thought you were a very intelligent woman. A woman who would know when to abandon the play-by-the-rules treadmill, especially when it's standing in the way of something that you richly deserve.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean. That philosophy has gotten to me where I am today.
Think, Ellie. Who do you think Liza and Jake are going to blame if you go trotting back to them and tell them what I'm doing? Who are they going to hate? You. How did I find out about this whole thing? You told me in front of Jake. How did I think of this? You told me that I was the man who should father Liza's child. It's all your idea.
No, it wasn't.
You knew that I wouldn't rest until I had derailed this outrageous scheme of theirs.
Please, you have got to let this go. Forget about it.
Why should I? You didn't. You're afraid of the same thing I'm afraid of.
No, I'm not afraid
You're
of
afraid you're going to spend the rest of your life without the man you love. Now, you may think that chance will occur sometime down the road, but I know how precarious fate can be.
Fate, no, we were both in the wrong. Fate has nothing to do with it.
Fate has everything to do with this, Ali. Witness you here in this room right now. Witness me in this room not knowing what the hell I'm doing. You can ensure that I exchange Jake's sample with my own. That's fate, Ali. That's fate. Liza will be pregnant, but with my child, not Jake's. Jake will be unknowingly in the clear. And you will look like a saint. You can be genuinely supportive and happy about Liza's pregnancy.
Did you come up with this before? Or are you just making it up as you go along?
No, I don't work that way. You want me to tell you exactly how this will play out? Once Jake is convinced how contrite you are and sees how wonderfully you're handling the situation, he'll fall back into your arms before you know it. Liza will be blissfully pregnant with my child. A fact which I'll make known to her somewhere, sometime, somehow. Eventually we will reconcile. Everyone will live happily ever after. The end.
But how? How can we live happily ever after when everything is based on a lie?
Because it exposes an even bigger lie. Liza and I still love each other. We are destined to be together. We're having a little trouble finding our way back right now, and if she has another man's child, the journey back may be next to impossible. She should have my child. You and Jake love each other. You belong together. The only thing standing in your way is Liza's need to have this baby, fathered by Jake. But we have it in our power to remove all the obstacles. Right here, right now. Don't you see? Everything will be exactly as it should be. That is fate, Ali. We just have to give it a little boost.
No, It's not right.
Right? That's such a relative term, Ali. Is it right for a competent, gifted young physician to be banned from practicing medicine on what really was a bureaucratic technicality? I know for a fact that there are at least a dozen Chandler vice presidents who lied about their credentials in order to snag their position.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right.
All right, then fine. Let the punishment suit the crime. A fine, a slap on the wrist. You worked for years to get your degree. Is it right that it should be snatched away from you in a matter of minutes? Palmer Cortland is a pompous nincompoop. Leave him to me.
There isn't anything you can do. It's a done deal.
Oh, Ali, don't be naive. Anything that's been done can be undone. A little pressure in the right place. I'm a very powerful man, Ali. I can get your license reinstated. You can practice medicine again. Think about it. You'll have Jake back. You'll have your career back. We make our own destinies, Ali. I really believe that. I think you believe that. Your biggest mistake was second-guessing yourself. Your confession ruined everything, just as it will ruin this. Was it worth it? Didn't you learn anything?
Why can't you just go to Liza and tell her how much you love her? Just tell her that you want to be the father of her baby.
Liza doesn't work that way. During our divorce, Liza put herself on the line, and I blew it because of my stubborn pride. And now it's a matter of pride with her. She'd never risk that again. No, my way back to Liza must be carefully navigated. In this case, a straight line is not the best path.
I don't know.
Oh, Ali.
I don't know.
This is a win-win situation. You get Jake back. Liza has my child. And when it comes out the child is mine, your name will never be mentioned. You get your career back. Everything will be exactly as we wanted. What's the problem here? Your lack of nerve?
So do you want to have children?
Eventually. In the right circumstances. Forget about the song reference earlier. Not doing this to have a child of my own.
Why are you?
So I want you to be happy.
At the expense of your own happiness?
Oh. Come on, Eliza, this isn't a trade-off. I mean, you know me well enough to know that I've been through broken relationships before. I've survived them. I can survive this one.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's interesting that my two best friends are guys I used to be involved with. You and Tad. I mean, isn't it supposed to be the other way around? That friends make the best partners? I mean, with you, it's the reverse.
You know, it sounds kind of weird. I never thought I'd be saying this, but breaking up was probably the best thing that ever happened to us.
I think we were meant to be together as friends. And I'm really glad.
I am too. I am glad you are my friend.
So, do I get a favor?
Well, another favor? I have first my sperm.
Okay. Shh. People are going to be watching. I don't know if you're on duty or if you're busy or anything tomorrow, but...
You want me to accompany you to the clinic?
Yes.
My pleasure.
Great.
What about your mom, though? We should probably try to find her. She was so upset last time.
Yes, but I've already done all I can do. I've left messages on her machine at home, on her service at work, on her cell phone, and who knows where she is. I mean, she's probably buying another grandmother outfit, or she's learning how to tango. With my mother, you never know.
Do we eat breakfast first tomorrow?
No, I don't think I'll be able to eat.
Well, you better eat while you can. Morning sickness.
Oh, yeah, good point, but I think I just want to meet you at the clinic.
All right. No tailgater in the parking lot?
No. No. I think that I'm just going to go home and go to sleep, and I just want to be there first thing in the morning.
All right. First thing, I'll be there.
Okay. Listen, if you happen to see Allie tonight, maybe you could go easy on her. I think that you could maybe be kind. She's had it hard lately.
I know, I've already thought of that. I obviously still care for her. I'm not gonna make it any worse.
Of course you're not.
Anyway. Brad, wanna go? No, this is...
No, I think I'm gonna stay. You scared me into eating. I'm gonna go into the dining room and get something to eat.
You sure?
Yeah. I'll just see you tomorrow. I know you have a big day ahead of you.
All right. You're okay with eating alone?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. And maybe after tomorrow, I won't have to eat alone ever again.
No, I hope not. Hasta mañana.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
It's great talking to you.
All right. It's up there. It's
Yeah, I see it. Please, just move away before I drop something.
All right. All done?
Yeah, you're all set.
Excellent. Here, let me take those. You go right here. Ah, yes, now everything is exactly as it should be. Thank you for your assistance, Doctor. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? You're gonna be hearing a lot of that soon. Don't worry, I keep my promises. Hold on to your resolve, Allie. You can do it, I know you can. We're a lot more alike than you realize. You can do it, just don't do anything, well, unfortunate. And everything will be just fine. Keep strong and keep quiet. Good. That you go on home, I'll lock up, you get some rest. As of this moment, all of your problems are history. Liza is going to have my child, and Jake will be yours. Free and clear.
Miss Colby? Your table's ready in the dining room.
Thanks. I'll be right there.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
You expecting someone?
Just you?
You knew I was coming?
Like I know the sun rises in the east.
I'll buy you another drink?
I don't think so.
It's a hot night.
Very.
Something tall and cool might be refreshing.
And alcoholic?
Well, this is a bar.
Pregnant women don't drink, you know that.
You're pregnant?
No, not yet, but I will be soon. You know that too.
Liza?
Mm-hmm. Allie, told you. I know she did. I knew that too.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I'm over it.
Over what?
Oh, the fact that my personal life has been spouted by my former best friend to my former husband.
You've chosen a difficult course.
Obstacles make the journey more interesting, Adam.
As in, what's life without a challenge? It's very wise.
Exactly. So I figured at some point you would show up and try to talk me out of it.
No, I just came by for a drink.
When you have the world's best scotch at home?
I hate drinking alone.
Since when?
As I realized I'm not the most charming person in town.
Ah, the newly enlightened Adam Chandler.
Yes, hopefully.
So you really didn't come here to talk me out of being a mother?
No, not at all.
Shame. I was sort of looking forward to the pitch. I imagined something along the lines of single motherhood toppling Western civilization. So no matter, I've heard it, I've laughed it off. And hopefully, if everything goes as planned, tomorrow morning I will be on my way to proving it bogus.
Tomorrow?
Yes. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I wouldn't dream of trying.
You have no objections?
None.
Reverse psychology. Motherhood equals sainthood.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Just too bad a mother's life isn't her own for the first 20 years. And the midnight calls to the pediatrician, and the dirty diapers, and the sleep deprivation age her immeasurably and steal her looks.
All mothers are beautiful.
You're not gonna win. I want a child. I'm gonna have one.
What can I say to convince you? I have no intention of trying to dissuade you.
You approve? What's going on here?
You can accuse me of a lot of things, Liza. But I hold family sacred.
That is one of your few good qualities.
Thank you. The loss of our child was devastating to us. The thought that for a moment there was a life that will never be. The ache of that never leaves.
No, it doesn't.
I know how much you want a child, Liza. I hope you can have one.
I almost believe you mean that.
Althea locked me out of Sky's life. I was never around when Haley was growing up, and Dixie has taken Junior off to Pigeon Hollow. I thought my luck had changed when I finally realized that you were having our child. To finally be front and center from day one, raising my child with the woman I love. But it wasn't to be. Yes, maybe it's divine retribution. Payback for all of the corners I've cut and the people I've hurt.
No, that can't be. God can't be that cruel.
Adam, Liza, I've got to find Marion. Have you seen her?
No, not tonight.
Darn. She was supposed to meet me at the gallery, but she didn't come. I've looked everywhere for her.
Stuart, maybe your wires were crossed. She misunderstood or something.
No, it was really very clear. I'm afraid she's been in an accident. Or something bad has happened to her.
Stuart, if my mother is with this John, and he's a suspect, and my mother is a friend of his.
Well, Mateo and Haley are friends of his, too. He was in the hospital when Mateo was there. Is there an end to this story? I'm just a little worried, that's all. She was supposed to meet me at the gallery with John, and neither one of them showed up. Golly, wonder what they could be doing.
Adam, shut up.
And she's not the only one that's missing. Camille's ashes are gone, too. Dare I ask, Camille's ashes? Well, they were going to bury her in a pauper's grave, and I told the coroner that I could take care of all the arrangements.
Well, Stuart, that was very decent of you.
I had her cremated, and her ashes put in this beautiful urn, and then I was trying to find a place to keep it, and then the urn and the ashes disappeared. Good riddance to both of them.
Adam, how can you say that?
Stuart, why are you so concerned about Marion? You broke up with this woman, didn't you? Well, not exactly. What do you mean, not exactly? Well, we had a falling out, but we had a falling in.
What?
We made up. It's pretty funny now that I think of it. What's funny? Well, it was the night of your party. I figured when I saw Marion with all of her old boyfriends that she would just think I was too boring, and I thought she gave me the boot. Dumped me. But she didn't dump me. She thought I dumped her. Nobody dumped anybody.
She just thought that you didn't like her.
And I didn't think she liked me. But we like each other. A lot. And now everything is just straightened out and we're better off than ever.
Well, Stuart, I couldn't be more happy for you. I really couldn't.
Thank you.
Isn't it wonderful, Adam?
Yeah, once again, Stuart, you have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. What? Never mind. Never mind about Marion and John being late for your party either. Try the no-tell motel. Marion would never do that, Adam. Of course she would. Marion doesn't want to be with any other man right now. No. If you could have seen the way she kissed me this afternoon, she was so... Stop. I don't want to hear this. Well, you're wrong about her, Adam. And I don't need to stay here and waste my time trying to convince you. I've got important leads to follow.
Be very careful, Stuart.
Thank you. And if you see your mother, tell her I'm looking for her.
I will. Good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You really are something. For a moment there, I almost bought it.
What?
The new and improved Adam Chandler. You blew it, baby. Sky high.
I'm a different man, Liza.
More insidious, more despicable, cutting more corners, hurting more people.
The man you're railing against no longer exists.
Do you think I'm a fool? Do I look like one? Do I sound like one?
I have never for 1 millisecond thought you fool.
You're a liar. Because if you had really seen the light, you would actually care what Stuart had to say. You would be concerned about him. You would care that he cared.
About your mother?
Yes, not just about my mother, about the fact that she might be missing.
I said I was changed. I didn't say I'd gone soft in the head. Marion's not missing. She's having a fling.
Oh, really? And how do you know that for sure?
Look in the dictionary next to one-night stands. You'll find her picture.
Oh, that's low.
And true.
My mother would never be with another man if she promised to be with Stuart.
Look, if I thought your mother was in some kind of danger, I'd be organizing the rescue party right now. Come on. I know Stuart cares about her.
Well, you don't act like it.
But I've known Marion for years. Whenever she decides to disappear, it's always for the same reason.
All right. I'm just going to close the subject.
Fine, good. I'd rather talk about you anyway.
Why?
Because you're far more interesting and more worthy and more important to me.
I'm important to you.
Yes, as is your happiness. And if you want to have a child on your own, then I hope you can have one.
That's it.
And the best of health to both of you.
And you don't have any objection to the fact that Jake Martin is going to be the biological father?
It's not my first choice, but it's none of my business. The paternity of your child, Liza, is your call, not mine. I want you to believe me. I only want your happiness. And I hope this baby will ease the loss of our child. I hope it brings you your heart's desire.
You Chandlers have bothered my wife for the last time.